east of Lake Weir Avenue. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming Christmas plate for 72 holiday seasons.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday. On the phones line with us, because we had the VA on for the whole hour yesterday, so she joined us today, is Lori from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Lori, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, Tom?
Wonderful, wonderful. My wife is in studio with me, and the first thing she said when she said Lori was going to be on the phone, she goes, "Find out if they still got avocado trees."
Avocado trees, and they're still on sale.
See, they're still on sale, Susan.
Is this a good time to plant them?
Susan.
Is this a good time to plant the avocado trees? Is this the ultimate time right now?
Well, you can plant them now. We have hardy ones that will go down to 18 degrees, so I don't really think you got to worry about them. So, yes, you can plant them just about any time of the year.
Thanks, Lori. Thanks. Oh, wait. Wait, I just get Bob Wines to plant it. What do I care?
What are you complaining about?
That's right. Call me up, give me your credit card, pay for it, we'll come plant it for it.
That's right.
We'll make it super easy for you, Tom.
Come dig a hole, stake it, and everything. It's fantastic.
That's
and
right.
Then warranty it for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And warranty it for 6 months also.
And an avocado tree, because of the cost of the avocado tree, that's not a bad deal to get it warranted for 6 months.
It's not.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And they're old enough that they will produce right away for you, too. They'll give you some fruit.
Very good.
Yep.
So tell us about the poinsettias and Christmas cactus.
We have sold a lot of poinsettias this year, a lot of Christmas cactus too. Poinsettias, we've got some of the 6.5 or gallon ones left that are $8.99. I am completely out of the ones that we had on sale, 3 for $15. Christmas cactus, we've got some Christmas cactus in that are $5.99 that are really nice. They're budded, they're blooming. And then we've still got gift certificates. You can always buy a gift certificate if you don't know exactly what to get them. And then we also offer, buy a gift certificate, and then we give you some free gift certificate to go with it. So if you buy $100, you get $25 free. If you buy $200, you get $50 free. And if you buy $300, you get $75 free.
And I suggest the $300 because that way, if you give $300 in gift certificates, you give people enough money where they can get a substantial amount from Bob Wines, and you got $75 for free then.
Right, exactly. Yes, that's right. So it's a really good deal.
Hey.
We've also got camellias right now are really starting to bloom. So now's a good time to buy camellias if you're looking for camellias. Or if you want to give them as a gift, they're blooming right now too. We've got sun-loving ones. Some that are for sun, some for shade, dwarf ones, tall ones, all different colors, different shades. They're really pretty right now.
You got a little over 5 acres to walk the gardens and see how beautiful it is. How many times, Lori, do you hear people say, "Oh, no, we just came to look and walk around," and you kind of smile to yourself and go, "We'll ring them up soon."
Yeah, a lot of times that happens, and they'll say, "Well, we're just looking," and then they'll look around, and then, we're riding around in the golf carts a lot. So then we always make sure if they need some help, we ask them again if they need help, and a lot of times then they might have some questions that we answer for them, and then they usually will purchase something. When you have 5.5 acres worth of plants, it's kind of hard not to walk in and not buy something.
If I want to do a project, or if somebody wanted to do a project in their backyard, front yard, where they wanted to revamp their entire landscape, can I get you guys to help me plan that out with mapping it out and everything?
Sure, yeah. You can always bring pictures or diagram in with you with some measurements, and we can do it here. Or if you need us to come to your house, we can come to your house and help you at your house also. Whether you want to do the landscaping yourself, or if you want us to do it. Either way, we'll help you with it.
Well, it's Christmas season. I know you got plants and everything, but you have other things besides plants that people could add to their outdoor areas, wind chimes, bird baths, stuff like that as well.
Yeah, bird baths, fountains, statuary, wind chimes, a lot of neat stuff. Wind spinners right now also, so a lot of neat stuff.
A lot of neat stuff.
Put in the yard, yeah.
Tell people where you're located and how to get in touch with you.
We're at 2610 Southeast 38th Street, off of Lake Weir Avenue and 17th Street, and we're here Monday through Friday from 9 to 4, Saturday 9 to 3. And Christmas week, we're going to be closed on Saturday for Christmas, and then we're going to close Friday at 12 o'clock. So it'll be 9 to 12 next Friday and then closed on Saturday.
Well, then we'll be able to talk to you next Thursday to tell people what
Yes.
they can hurry up and get before you close for Christmas.
There you go.
Lori, thanks so much for joining us, and I'll talk to you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
That's Bob Wine's Community Gardens, one of my wife's favorite places.
It is. I love it.
And
Maybe if the
just walking around is cool.
Maybe if the avocado trees are on sale, we can get 2.
No.
What do you mean no?
Okay, what part of no did you not understand?
The one that came out of your mouth.
No.
You're not digging the hole.
Capital N, capital O.
Maybe we'll get 2.
No.
Definitely-
Although the bell pepper plant's done very well.
Yes, it's still producing.
Still producing.
You should see the one I picked off today.
The cucumbers we had we got a lot of cucumbers out of cucumber plants we had too. You developed quite the green thumb.
And you know what? Remember I just said I'm going to put it in the pot.
And it's going to grow. It's not going to grow.
No, I said let's see if this is a phase I'm going through, if I'm really going to do this or not. And I think we've really enjoyed it.
Now you got a little garden area with compost going on and everything.
We're waiting. Do you see all the weeds growing in there though? Because the soil's getting better.
Yeah. Well, we have to do something about those weeds. Well,
we got the
I said we. You're going to have to do something about
yes,
those weeds.
yeah, you're a great supervisor, my love.
Let's go ahead and clear that up.
But
You're going to have to get rid of the weeds.
We got the black paper to put down. I'm just waiting just to do some more composting before I actually do anything with it.
Quite a few compost holes you got there in the little garden area.
And you actually did one.
Yeah, it about killed me. My heart about exploded.
But it was so nice. Thank you for contributing.
So you've been crazy busy here the last couple of weeks.
Well, I've been crazy busy for multiple reasons, not just work.
Well, I've given you some work, but
you've given me some work and no sleep.
But just Shipped has been crazy busy.
We've been busy, not crazy busy. I would love to be busier.
Right, but the holiday season this year, it seems to me more people are finding out and searching you out this holiday season.
Yeah, I actually had a pickup on the way here. She goes, I need it there by Christmas. I go, you're going to have to overnight or 2 day, and it's going to be very expensive. She's like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
because if you ship it today, regular mail, it ain't getting there by Christmas.
Right, or even UPS right now. And I'm a fan, like I'm a big UPS fan, but usually something that takes 3 days is taking 5 right now.
Well, we have a friend that we play trivia with every Wednesday night.
Yes.
And he said that he had ordered a shirt to wear at Christmas.
Yeah.
And he'd ordered it at the end of last week.
Yeah.
And it's arriving on the 27th. It's arriving.
Maybe.
Right, maybe. But that happens a lot. It doesn't just have to be around Christmas. I'll give you a prime example. You have a fantastic Mother's Day shirt that is signed by all 4 dogs.
I
They're
do.
paw print with their signatures.
It's so cute. It is.
It was supposed to be here by Mother's Day.
Yeah.
You got it 3 days after Mother's Day.
And you ordered that like a month before.
I ordered it like a month in advance.
And that for you, that's a big deal.
And it was only coming from California.
Yeah.
But because of supply and when they pull the order, you're susceptible. You're subject to all of that taking place and slowing down your delivery.
Correct. And you have to understand that, with the country being in the condition it is right now with labor shortage, like if you have a labor shortage in restaurants, I mean, it's impacting everywhere.
Yes.
It's, truck drivers or route drivers or, people that, the postal service or people sort your mail. Like the trickle down effect. I don't think there's one industry that is not impacted.
I talked to the lady who delivers our mail.
Yes.
She brought us a box of champagne yesterday. But not really.
Well, it was a box.
It was a champagne box, but it did not have champagne in it.
No, it was toys for the dogs
Right.
from Nana and Papa.
But we were talking, and I go, busy this year? She goes, yes, for the first time in a long time, we didn't hire any seasonal help. And I didn't realize the U.S. Postal Service hired seasonal help.
Yeah, all
but they
of them do. FedEx,
and
UPS.
she says this is the first time in a while that the USPS didn't hire seasonal help in this area. That tells you something right there.
Yeah.
Because the seasonal help helps take the bulk out, the influx of more stuff being shipped during the holiday season. That's why you hire.
That's why you hire
more people. That's why the department stores, they hire seasonal help.
Yeah, part-time.
For people Christmas shopping.
People that are looking for a little extra money for the holidays, part-time, and that's really just a choice.
And the U.S. Postal Service this year didn't do it.
In this area, yeah.
Didn't do it in this area, right. And so that in itself will make things slower.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, something happened the other day that I didn't quite understand, and you didn't seem to be taken that aback by it about that much. We received a letter in the mail that had a stamp on it.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow it got delivered, not postmarked one on it.
It's unusual, but it's not impossible. I mean, you have to look at how many pieces of mail go through the, the postal system. Take for example, it was earlier this summer. We received a piece of mail that was in a bag, and the post office said, "We're sorry, this one got ate up."
Ate up. The bag was destroyed.
And you were like, whatever, like you were upset about it. And I said, "My love, how many times has this happened in your life?" And you're I think that's the first time.
Right.
So that's a really good track record.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It is really good track record for them. But sometimes it won't get postmarked.
It just seems that's the first time I'd ever seen that. Seems strange to me.
There's not one system that is flawless.
You know something I read,
except for you, of course.
Sure. I read an article this morning that a lot of millennials are going back to snail mail because of the oddity of it or the nostalgia of it. And there's a big boon on eBay if you have vintage postage stamps from like the 50s or the 60s or the 70s. Millennials are buying them, and of course they're worth more than their face value because their face value is like 2 cents, 8 cents, stuff like that. Millennials are buying those to then put those stamps on the snail mail they send to even add more to the nostalgia, to the point where one of the biggest, it was an article that was written, and it was about eBay and how one of the biggest sellers on eBay right now are vintage postage stamps that are being bought by the less than 30-year-olds, and they're using it to send snail mail.
Oh, this is interesting because I have vintage postage stamps, and we could use the money.
I'm just saying, it caught me off guard. I didn't realize millennials were, but they're not doing it all their mail. They're doing it for special occasions like holidays, grandmother's birthday, or something like that. And they're writing out letters and mailing them the way we did it for years. Everybody did it for years.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's wonderful.
Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks with Tom and Susan.
Good morning.
Morning, Sonny.
Sonny again. What bothers me is with what's happening with our mail, and this has been for a while now. I send Christmas cards. My wife sends Christmas cards, I should say. And we sent one to our neighbor, which is like diagonal. I could see his house from my house.
Yep.
And it took days, and it had to go to Gainesville before it came here.
Yes, it does.
If it's got the same zip code and everything else on it, why can't it be sorted in the post office where the mail comes out of?
Thanks for the call, Sonny. Thanks for the call.
And then they cry that they're losing money.
Well, I know. I agree, Sonny. And sometimes it doesn't go just to Gainesville. It goes to Jacksonville, then to Gainesville, then to Ocala.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for the call, Sonny. Susan, what is the thought process beside, like, because Sonny's right. Like, take our HVAC guy. Him and his significant other live 5 houses from us. We could walk a Christmas card down there.
Yes.
But if we drop it in the post office, it'll leave our mailbox, go to Jacksonville, get processed in Jacksonville, sent to Gainesville, get processed in Gainesville, sent to Ocala, processed out in Ocala to then get delivered 5 mailboxes away. And it's a process of about 4 days.
That is where the sorting centers are, though. So just because we have a post office here in Ocala or the Shores or somewhere.
We have 2 large post offices here in Ocala, the one on 60th and the one downtown.
But it's not a sorting center. It doesn't have the equipment to read and sort the mail to be most efficient. It's really no different than FedEx and your packet. If you overnight something, it goes to Memphis and it's sorted and then it comes back.
Yeah.
And if Memphis has an ice storm, guess what? It ain't
It
coming
ain't
back.
But it just seems to me that all the Ocala mail They could have a little sorter, and if it says Ocala, it stays in Ocala, and then it goes. It would be more efficient to me.
No, because they have to sort every single piece of mail looking for Ocala they get, and that's not efficient.
So they just collect it all in Ocala, send it off to Jacksonville, to then send it to Gainesville to send it back to Ocala.
Right. Well, yeah.
And somehow that's efficient.
Yes, it is more efficient.
Bullshit.
You're wrong.
Yeah. There's no way sending it to 3 different post offices is more efficient than sending it to one. You know what's most efficient? Here's a clue. If we want to take a card to JJ and Mandy,
We just
walk it down there.
We don't even have to put a stamp on it.
Right. Just walk it down there. Just walk it down.
But it's interesting the cards you were saying about the younger generation and doing the cards. And this is what now I sell cards at the shop.
Snarky little cards.
No, they're little cutesy little something you would tell your girlfriend, right? Like our friend recently had the motorcycle accident, right? So I gave a sympathy card to his wife or to the both of them.
Right.
And it said, "Well, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say, so let's just talk about people instead." Like it said something like that, but it was cutesy. Like it's not something.
Talking about people and making fun of people is not cutesy.
Anyway, really? Did that just come out of your mouth? But, however, all of my cards that I sell are blank inside. And I'll tell you a reason why. Because every card I've ever kept...
Somebody wrote a personal note in.
And that's more important to me than some sort of...
Because they took the time to write the personal note.
Yes, which is why they're all blank
Which
inside.
is why I'm surprised millennials are doing that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think they took the time to do anything in it. I thought if they couldn't type it in 160 characters, it didn't exist. So it was a very good article, and people are making money on eBay selling those vintage stamps.
Well, maybe I'll dig out my grandmother's old stamps.
No, we're not doing that.
They're not worth anything. Like
you never know.
They're not collectors.
You never know.
I've checked them a couple times.
They may be now with the way eBay's going.
I'll let you check that
out. This time of year, though, do people have a good grasp on that you have a certain deadline, or it can't get somewhere, or it can get somewhere, but you're going to pay out the nose to get it there? Do they understand that?
Yes, and people do, or they either do or they don't. Because even when they think, people will say, well, something's going today, and they count the day they mail it as a day, and that's not the case. It starts the next day. And if you're on a weekend, it doesn't start until the next business day.
Wait, so you're saying next day air?
Mm-hmm.
Today doesn't count?
Well, next day does. I said 2 days.
So 2 day, today doesn't count.
Today doesn't count.
The first day is tomorrow.
Yes.
So then it's actually 3 day.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it says 2 day, it's 3 day. In practical terms.
In practical terms.
Right. Because today doesn't count.
Correct.
You technically didn't ship it out till it shipped out tomorrow morning.
And if for next day, if you don't get it out before 3,
it ain't going.
Because that's when they sort. Because that's when they have to get it.
Right, it ain't going. If it doesn't
get it in motion.
Right. It's just like a bank. If you don't get a check presented to a bank by a certain time, they've closed that day's business out, and it goes to the next day.
Right.
And that's you have to do that for the sake of making sure that you have order and how things are done.
Right. But yeah, and then a lot of people are like, "Oh, the weekend?" You're like, "We don't know. It's business days." Now, do packages move over the weekend? Yeah, of course they do. But can you legitimately count that as you cannot? It is business days.
Right. And they get delivered sometimes on Saturdays.
So it depends. So yes, if your area gets deliveries on Saturdays, if your area does not, it won't.
Right. And now some of these places, Amazon and FedEx deliver on Saturdays. Amazon even's out on Sundays delivering sometimes.
Well, that's because they have a huge problem in their supply chain right now.
Well, I like to think it's because they want to give me my product on a Sunday if I ordered it on a Friday. So I like to think. But what do I know about shipping?
Yeah, but right now they don't even guarantee their what Prime was originally, which was 2-day shipping.
So January 8th.
January 8th.
You're going to be at an event.
Oh, yeah, Brown's. Yes. So Brown's Produce out in Oxford, right by your favorite place.
The poker room in Oxford.
The poker room. They have a what they call like a trunk sale, I believe. It's the first Saturday of every month. Now in January, it's the second Saturday because New Year's is over the first Saturday. And I'm going to try it. Like we have the stuff like the snarky little cards. We got infusions. We got the kind notes that we sell at the shop. And, given our recent challenges, if you will, it's just another way for us to try to sell items.
It's basically like a little craft fair or something they do the first of every month.
Yeah, and they get, and it's very affordable. It's $15 a car if you want to be a vendor.
Right.
Or, I'm sorry, an SUV.
Right.
If you have a trailer, it's a little bit more money. If you're just a car, it's a little bit less money. I don't know exactly what it is. And you don't have to pre-register. You just show up. That opens at 8.
So January 8th, if you want to come buy something from Susan, you can come find her at Brown's out in Oxford.
And
Brown's Produce.
And my hunky husband said he'd come help me, but he'll probably be at the poker room after he helped me.
Not probably.
After he helps me.
Not probably.
I might as well just take Lauren with me.
Not probably. You said he'll probably be at the poker room. Not probably. That's like saying he might drink a beer. Not might.
But yeah, you can come see me out there and check out my cards until we get established and decide what we're doing at the shop. When I say that, if next year we're actually going to have a walk-in storefront.
We don't know that. We're still discussing that right now. So right now, today is the 17th.
Was it?
Yeah, today's the 17th.
Yes.
Next Friday is Christmas Day. Next Friday's Christmas Eve, excuse me. So the ship is sailed on regular shipping to get it there by the holidays.
Oh.
The only way you're getting it there by the holidays now is next day, and that's still not a guarantee, is it?
Yeah, so none of the services
are guaranteed
right now. Is it your best opportunity? Yes. So like the 2 I picked up today, she goes, can we still get it there by Christmas? I go, you're going to have to overnight it, or I'll check 2-day to see if it'll make it. And you're talking going to Georgia and South Carolina.
I'll give you a prime example. I ordered something for you for Christmas. Now I've ordered it for your birthday.
Yes.
Because I ordered it 3 weeks ago, and the tracking information originally had it delivered today. Then the tracking information had it delivered next Monday. Then the tracking information had it delivered next Wednesday. And now the tracking information has it delivered on the 27th, which is the Monday after Christmas.
Yeah, what's really important to note.
And that's the track. It's been ordered and out for delivery. I mean, not out for delivery. The order's been fulfilled, and it's in the process of being, it's no longer at the warehouse I bought it from. It is out with a delivery service somewhere. But it's still not out for delivery, because out for delivery, according to the way they track it, out for delivery is when it's actually in the hands of the last person that touches it before they deliver it to my house. That's out. I didn't know that was out for delivery. I thought once it left the warehouse, it was out for delivery.
Well, yeah, you should be able to see all the steps with the tracking.
Yeah, it's in Philadelphia right now. It's been in Philadelphia for 8 days.
Oh, so there you have. You have a sorting center.
USPS.
Yes, you have a
been there 8 days.
You have a sorting center. Is that a blue state?
Pennsylvania voted blue, yes.
Yeah, well, there you go. Just saying.
But that's where you mean there's no guarantees, because I ordered this 2.5 weeks ago.
It's important to know where the warehouse is, number one. Number two, how is it being processed? Like you said, like there should be no reason why that shipment isn't here if you ordered it 3 weeks ago.
It came from British Columbia.
Oh, Canada?
Yeah.
Okay, so it has to go through customs.
Right.
So with going through customs.
And I think that's what's happening in Philadelphia right now.
Yeah. So when it goes through customs, so even if you sent something overnight, I had a customer call me and said, I need to overnight this to my dad in Mexico.
Yep.
And so I'm like, he's on vacation. How long is he going to be there? I go, when you overnight something, it's overnighted to customs.
And then it sits there till they check it.
Until they,
Exactly.
and whatever they deem
right.
what that is. So it could sit there for a day. it could sit there for 10 days.
Well, it's been sitting in customs, I guess, for 8 days in Philadelphia. We got to take a break. We'll be right back with Dumb Crook News right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. Says WOCA, the source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, the source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
The body of Nissa Brown, a 13-year-old girl from Bowling Green, was found in a Kentucky neighborhood last night, raising the death toll in the state to 90. Tornadoes devastated Kentucky and 5 other states 1 week ago. Santa Fe, New Mexico police obtained a search warrant Thursday authorizing them to seize Alec Baldwin's cell phone as they investigate the deadly shooting on the movie set Rust.
The notion that there was a live round in that gun did not dawn on me till probably 45 minutes to an hour later.
ABC News added the music underneath. The cinematographer was killed on October 21st. He claimed the gun malfunctioned. The Senate voted 75-18 on Thursday to confirm Nicholas Burns, a widely respected former career diplomat, as U.S. ambassador to China. Mr. Burns is the first Senate-confirmed ambassador in Beijing in more than 14 months. We are USA Radio News.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
America's built and based on liberties and freedoms. Liberty HealthShare brings that to healthcare. The liberty of choosing your own doctor. The liberty of choosing your own hospital. Liberty HealthShare makes healthcare affordable to millions of Americans. Ignite your liberty. Sharing plans starting at $199 for a single, $399 for a couple, and no matter how big the family, only $529. That's $529 for the entire family. To learn how you can save, go to lightyourliberty.com. That's lightyourliberty.com.
As the Build Back Better bill is on hiatus, Democrats...
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CAF.
How to chase a swarm of bees so you can become a beekeeper. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Living in Florida, we have so much to celebrate. Awesome weather, top-notch universities and sports teams, a rich blend of cultures, and so much more. From fresh market tomatoes to watermelons, from snap beans to tangerines, Florida farmers grow an abundance of safe and affordable products that are prized around the world. So look for the Fresh from Florida label when you shop. Wholesome, delicious, nutritious. Fresh from Florida. Fresh to you.
If your soil could talk, what would it say? If it's healthy, it may already be saying some good things about your future. Because farmers who use soil health building systems that include no-till, cover crops, and diverse species and rotations report greater productivity, profitability, and resiliency to weather extremes. Learn more about what your soil is saying about its health and your future. Contact your local USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service office today. This message brought to you by USDA and this radio station.
In order to chase beehives, you'll need a bee suit, shop vac or bee vacuum, bee box frames, and sugar water in a spray bottle. Then, get the word out if someone comes across a swarm of bees, not to spray them with pesticides. Instead, ask them to call you to remove the swarm. If they are on the ground, spray them with sugar water so they'll become very still, and you can knock them into the bee box and onto the frames. You can use your optional bee vacuum to make sure you suck up all of the bees. If they are not on the ground, you can use a bucket with a telescopic pull. Squirt the bucket with sugar water. Then run the bucket up to where the bees are and shake it to where the bees fall into the bucket. Once you get the bees into the bucket, you can leave them in there or shake them into a bee box. The most important part of this is making sure you get the queen. If you do, then your bees should bounce back and thrive quite easily. If by chance you don't get the queen, be sure to replace her as soon as possible. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be mostly sunny and warm with a high of 81 to 85. Mild tonight with a clear moonlit sky and a low 64 to 69. Saturday will be mostly cloudy and remaining warm. High tomorrow 83 to 85. Then Sunday will have a mix of clouds and sunshine and a high of 80 to 84. Thunderstorms late Monday night. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly